Welcome back to GMNC, and we've got a friendly face back in studio. It's Tony Subramony. Good morning, Tony. How are you?
I'm good, thanks, Patricia. How are you?
Good, thanks. It's nice to see you again.
Yes, it's been some time since I've seen you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what are we chatting about this morning?
I want to talk about the power of words.
A powerful one, indeed.
Yeah. For all my life, I've just taken words and either written or spoken for granted. And I said, well, it's part of the communication process and it's fine, It is what it is, until I realized a few years ago the power of words. And, as I went through these years looking at the power of words, I realized that the words you use will determine the life you live.
Yes.
And I was quite amazed at the research findings of Dr. Emoto, the Japanese scientist, pseudoscientist, who actually had labeled containers with water, and he had one label that had Hitler on it. And when we looked at the solid crystals after freezing it, the whole thing was completely distorted. There was no shape in it, and it was looking quite weird.
Yes.
But then the other container, when he took a sample, froze that, and he looked at the crystals, it was the water that had the label Mother Teresa. And it was so systematic and symmetrical that it really proves that the power of words is so crucial in the way we live our lives.
So we've been talking politics this morning, so I have to just put in so imagine if we put our Putin there and our Zelensky there, what it would be like.
Oh, okay, that's a topic for another day. But
Yes.
we can imagine the results
like,
of that experiment as well.
Yeah.
Gary Goodman, in his book Love as a Way of Life, talks about words as being either bullets or weeds.
Wow.
How powerful is that?
Yeah.
Words can kill or words can heal. And we need to make a choice every day, the words we use.
Yes.
We're so spontaneous in living our daily lives that we actually don't focus on the words, don't focus consciously on the words we use. So we're not selecting the words we use, we're just blatantly opening up and talking.
Yes.
But over the years, I've actually made an effort to be very careful and very selective about the words. Everyone's going through their own challenges and own battles right now, and we need to be sensitive to what's going on. I remember a few years ago, in the year 2000, I worked at a secure care center in Pinetown, and one of the security guards there was so good when you greeted him, and I said, how are you doing? And he says, I'm as crisp as a leaf in an autumn breeze.
I love it. That's going to be
I
my
am
new
as
one.
crisp as a leaf in autumn breeze.
Amazing.
And I still remember that 21 years later, because it meant so much that he didn't say, well, I'm okay, or groaning and moaning and complaining like we usually do. And they say, change your words and change your world.
Definitely.
So I want to encourage the viewers to take time off this weekend, over the long weekend, and you've got homework, to really consciously look at the words we're speaking every day.
Yes.
What are the words we're speaking to our children? What words are we speaking to our partner? Is this just monotonous kind of the nag that we're bringing on and we're expecting results? And if you're happy with your results, great stuff. Keep using those words. But in most instances, if you're not happy, change the words.
Right.
It is so crucial to change the words because words have such powerful energy and they are vibrating at different levels.
Definitely.
Now, when you look at negative words on the scale of the vibration, it's on a very low scale. But when you look at words that are encouraging, empowering, inspiring, and uplifting, they're very high in the hierarchy of the energy levels. So therefore, it's important to understand you are in control of the words you use.
Definitely.
And
it's also impossible to be feeling good and saying words like terrible and horrible.
Yes. Yeah, the late President Mandela had said, you can't have love and hate in the same sentence. And you're so right, Patricia. You can't mention negative words and expect to appreciate or resonate at a very positive level.
Yeah.
And words go with your thoughts as well.
Yes.
And it's so important to understand that when you're engrossed in negative thinking, there's no positive words that are going to come through. So the homework I impress upon the viewers for this long weekend, is to sit and take stock of the words we're using. I do that every day. It's called journaling. And I look at what's gone on the day, what's worked for me, what hasn't worked, what's the line of communication, what words have we used, and that kind of thing. How has it been received by people?
Yes.
The other very important thing that we need to understand with words is that it's also very much to do with self-talk.
Yes.
What are you saying about yourself every day? And there's an exercise that I always like to encourage viewers to do, which I haven't been doing for a while, is the mirror exercises. When you're standing in front of the mirror, you start talking about the positive stuff that you are. You take ownership of it. I'm compassionate, I'm happy, I'm joyful, I'm awesome, things like that. When you start saying it, as you say, you'll find that, the energy levels are absolutely amazing. Imagine
Definitely.
starting the day on that high energy every day. Well, that's the
The
secret.
recipe for success.
Yes, change your words and change your world.
Awesome. Thank you for that inspiring message. And guys, you have homework, so get going this weekend. Next up, we're going to be chatting to Tony and Matt. We're chatting all things about Sunday, what's happening at Zimbali.